All right, guys. So I'm here to give an update on the previous video. Sorry for the late reply, But yeah, a lot of free knowledge given out. So yeah, but yeah, this is the updated video. As you can see, we have our high for the daily target completed, almost to actually TP2, I would say. To be honest, let me just adjust this fib correctly, because you got to be precise on everything that you do. So let's see. And yes, we're TP1 and TP2 already hit, right? So the prediction was to around 35,000. It depends on the way you have your Fibonacci. Same thing, quarter points area. So yeah, TP1 and TP2 already hit. So that's over for US30. Let me just show you guys how, some entry points that could have been taken. All these higher lows that I have marked up here for the H4. As you can see, we were still maintaining, as I did indicate to you guys, that we were, after we broke out of the channel, which we already had, we broke out of the channel, right? Then we basically made a new high. Then we did a 23.6 area. So from here to here, we had a 23.6, all right? As I stated, 23.6 hit TP1 and TP2. This is H4 structure to create a daily structure, right? So, yeah, so we did adjust the fib to the high. Then we had a 38.2, as you can see the closure right here. You look at the daily, you're able to clear up that noise to see that the candle closed on the 38.2. And, we hit that overall high time frame analysis, which was based off of, as I said, the fib I had before, which is to the low. So we already hit the daily high. All this was one initial push, right? So again, we first pushed to 0%, as I indicated to you guys, push to 0%, we pull back. Once you continue make those higher lows, we're going to continue breaking that level of resistance. Same thing for the H4 structure. We would have, hit the 0% right here. Then we pull back, basically right back to the level of exhaustions. And, we were able to take trade opportunities. Then here was a beautiful one, scale in, scale in, scale in. So it was the initial move, I would have held from here. I was about 700 pip. I could have held for longer, but I was satisfied. That would have been 12, that would have been 1700 pips. Yeah, pretty much, you know what I'm saying? So yeah, that's US30. All right, so that already hits its target. So we're gonna we're gonna focus on gold, right? So I'm gonna go to gold and I'm gonna finish off NAS. Right, so as you can see here, as I stated, we are at, again, the 61.8. I would have indicated in the previous video that we obviously need to break out of the counter trend, which we did. As I said, I would have didn't give the video, and I said, hey, we need a new high. We already got the push, so here's the push. This is the one initial push. That's one push, one leg in regards to the daily, right? So again, so we're doing H4 structure to make daily structure, which is the high time frame analysis is for the price to make a high based off of the Fibonacci, wherever you want to put it. So we're going to mark off this area right here. That would have been TP. For that area to get up there, we have to obviously create H4 structure, right? So now H4 structure broke back bullish. So now in order for us to get the trade, now we have here, actually, let me just clear this up. Yeah, so we have the initial push, right? So from here, it all depends on where you want to use your fib, but I use it from here based off of the high time frame. I can see that the fib started from here. So put it right here based off of this median of that resistance. And you can see here, we close at a 38.2. Now, obviously, the high is to go to this level right here. Let's just double check, right? Yeah, around that area. So it depends on where you adjust it, right? So around that 2010, 2205, 2010 area. So in order for us to take that trade and get into that, obviously, we just have to wait. And I do believe the market is waiting on FOMC news. So this is a 23.6. We hit TP1. So, we're currently at this area here. So obviously, we have our counter trend line here. We're just marking off. We're sitting at a level of, I can say a level of exhaustion and resistance, support and resistance here, able to clear up that noise and see that this is a resistance level, right? So we're currently sitting on that level, and right here, you would have your bearish and bullish candle. It's all tested per se. If you actually just draw a random line here, that's bearish, bearish. Yeah, so it's like personally tested, and then you can just clear that up by using the daily to see it's one bearish and bullish candle on the daily, which closed at a 38.2. So now, again, to get into this trade, obviously we need another, as I said, bias into the market. to show the indication. You know what I'm saying? Here would have given some sort of indication here, but again, this would have been the resistance, and we're basing our structure based off of the H4. So nothing really broke here to like when buyers in the market per se. It was just tested. So currently, you know, price, you just have to wait on price to create its own structure and break that. You know what I'm saying? So that's currently what we're waiting on for a new high, and then wait on a higher low to validate that 38.2, and then we continue taking it up to that initial move, which is about, yeah, it's very far. It's going to be at least a good, wow, that's a lot of pips. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, just waiting for that trade opportunity to come. That's for gold. For Nas, I have another high probabilities trade setup that's currently here. As you can, again, watch my previous video, I would have did it just right here when we had the random line. That's where we're at. We went for 800 pip, raw that, yeah. Went for 900 pip move. So everything from the previous video is intact. Everything is precise. Now, again, we have another trade opportunity here, right? So I can use a fib. The fib is going to use from the last high or low, right? Not this, but this, because this is the initial push. All that was just one push within that. Just able to clear up the noise, you know, there's a high or low right there. So it's one push, right? So I already know where I'm at. Again, you can obviously use the other Fibonacci, which is going to be for like H4 structure from this high to low. You know, it's at 50% currently right now. If you find the median, yeah. So that's basically what it is. So it's the same concept, just waiting for, you know, buyers to come into the market. You know, we have a trend line touch. As you can clear up all that noise and see, everything is precise. Trend line touch, trend line touch. So again, price can definitely come back into the resistance here, but again, right now it's currently showing you that, you know, it created a level of support. Now we're just trying to validate the H4 to see, okay, obviously we need to break a high. So something like this needs to, you know, buyers need to come into the market there. You know I'm saying, so you're able to clear up all that noise. Once this resistance is broken, then you can look for a trade high or low trade opportunities if it does happen. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. Just updating the previous videos. Gold, US30. So currently I'm not trading US30 now until it gives a pullback. Another high probability setup is going to be your USD also. We have been continuing to that daily high, you know, from that move. So 38.2, same thing we saw on US30, same concept. 38.2 pushes to 0%, pullback, you know, now we broke out. Now we're trying to get to this overall target right here. So that's where we're at. You know I'm saying, so it's just patience, you know, getting into these high probability trades. Again, just marking off your level of counter trend and just waiting, being patient to wait to the move to come to you. Yeah, I did also did a little glimpse of AU. I did also, you know, from based off of the high time frame. So we did have the high or low. We had the new high. So our Fibonacci is from the high this to this. You know, TP is up there. So currently we're still in the bearish move. You know, we could potentially just consolidate. So probably a trend line opportunity such as this. You know what I'm saying? Something like this. I'm saying you never know. So yeah, that's for that. But for right now, that's currently it. And you asked me why I leave these things here, because I like to clean my chart with the technical, so I do remember everything. So this was the first move I did take, which is like 200 pip move. Now again, just being patient for right here for us to see, okay, buyers in the market. But for right now, again, it's just a waiting game, waiting on price to come to us. So a lot of high probability trades coming up this week. It's just about being patient and waiting on the setup to come to you. You know, sometimes you can get trapped in taking these type of trades, but the best thing to do is wait for buyers to come into the market. You got to wait on structure to create its own structure and then, you know, follow the process. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. Again, the initial move, which would have been US30 that I had from the first video, is completed. So I do have, you know, the higher time frame is already doing its thing. So whenever the price gives me a reason to sell and retrace, then I'll look at it. For right now, I'm not really interested in trades unless I'm gonna take these low time frame trades, but I'm not really interested in right now. So yeah, that's pretty much it, guys. So I'll keep you updated in the previous week.